Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. And boy, is my mic hot. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Yeah, well, when I was talking, it was, it's going red. So
Yeah,
I think I might need to
turn your mic down a little.
Well, I just turned it down.
Is my mic too
You're
high?
at +3, and I'm at +0. So
+3.
I'm going to turn me down to -4.
Pat, hi.
Okay,
Carrie.
let's see if that works better.
Dennis.
Okay, so now I will stop projecting my insecurities. Anyway, Sabrina is here walking on the treadmill and drinking Booyah Berry Salty.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Carrie's here as well, and Mike. Long time no see, Mike. Are you still in Utah? Lori says, good morning, my friends. And Visual Keto is here, so is
Visual
Dennis,
Keto.
just in time.
Hi, Dennis.
Nanny Pat says hello.
Hi, Carrie.
Kat is here, and so is Radical Geek. Hello.
Hello.
Suzanne says hi, everyone. Radical Geek says fine is on the set. Well, it was just if it gets too loud, it'll clip, and most people won't be able to hear it, but it sounds weird to me when I'm going back and listening to it. Anyway,
Don't be sounding
and it's
weird to
redlining
yourself.
is the thing. I just did it again.
Redline
Anyway,
yourself.
Brenda says hello from Louisville.
Hi,
Wonderful
Brenda.
people. And Bob says good morning from Southeast Arizona, where we're having an unpredicted thunderstorm.
Wow.
They were saying we were going to be getting some thunderstorms here, which is really weird in the winter to have lightning and thunder when it's snowing.
It is weird.
Anyway, and Nancy says, how does SALTT compare to LMNT electrolytes? That's a really
Good idea.
good question.
They're different,
They are different.
but they're similar.
Let me pull up the
We
website.
like LMNT. We don't have anything bad to say about LMNT. We like LMNT. Still continue to buy LMNT.
Is it going to load?
Maybe.
There it goes. Okay, we're going to go to Learn. We're going to go to the blog. That's introducing SALTT. Where is it? Okay, how does SALTT compare to LMNT? And yes. Hey,
You have
disclaimer.
blonde hair on the beach?
We really like the team at LMNT and the product they make. Oh, am I sharing?
I don't know.
Yes, I am. Cool. Okay, so first and foremost, the flavor and taste. One of the reasons we made SALTT was because we think LMNT tastes too strongly.
He thinks LMNT tastes
Or rather, I want to put a packet of electrolytes into a 16 or 20 ounce water bottle and just drink it and not go,
too much.
too much. So you can use, if you have to use more water with LMNT to get the same amount of flavor as you do with SALTT. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. We think it just fits better in a water bottle compared to LMNT. It has more electrolytes. SALTT has more electrolytes and we think better electrolytes. As far as, so it's almost the same amount of sodium, but it's more than twice the amount of potassium, more than 3 times the magnesium, and we've got sulfate as well. As far as ingredients goes, the magnesium that we have is a spray-dried salt water that comes as part of the magnesium and the salt come together. It's super bioavailable. Now, LMNT uses magnesium malate, which actually is fine.
We use magnesium malate in Keto Chow.
If you combine malic acid and elemental magnesium, you get magnesium malate. It's fine. What you don't want is magnesium oxide, which neither of them has. Now, LMNT uses citric acid, which is a bit controversial.
We think it's fine.
I think it's fine, yes. And it imparts a potent sour taste, okay? But there are some people who get very excited about where citric acid in different products comes from. So we just don't even bother with that, and we used malic acid instead. As far as sweeteners go, SALTT uses a purified form of stevia called Reb D and Reb M. It's just the sweet part. It doesn't have any of the other stuff that comes along with stevia. So for people who are allergic to ragweed, sometimes stevia can trigger an allergic reaction. We're talking like hay fever reaction. We're not talking like anaphylactic shock, like peanuts. So the stevia that's in SALTT tends to be easier for people. If you've had problems with stevia in the past, it might be fine. LMNT just lists stevia leaf extract in their ingredients. We don't know if it's a purified form or not, but both of them actually have a unflavored and an unsweetened version.
Yep.
Now here's the one place where I think LMNT could do better, especially. They do use some maltodextrin in their flavoring. It's a very small amount.
And to say they use maltodextrin in their flavoring, the difference is the flavoring is spray dried onto maltodextrin.
Yeah, you've got a liquid, you have to make it a powder somehow.
Ours is spray dried on acacia gum, and the only reason why we even know this is an issue is because there was a big debacle with Relight a while ago, where they found that they had their flavoring was spray dried on maltodextrin.
Still a little bit of maltodextrin.
And so they went about to make a change so that it would be not dried that way.
Yeah.
And LMNT just said, we're just going to keep ours the way it is. It's fine.
But they don't disclose it anywhere on their packaging or on their website.
Because it can fit under natural flavors, just like ours could.
If we had maltodextrin in ours, we could get away with not divulging it and just put it under the natural flavors thing. Now we do have a thing on our website where it goes into more detail about what's in our natural flavors. We're not using it to hide maltodextrin or other shady ingredients, but anyway, so those are the main differences. Also, Keto Chow costs about 25% less. I mean, Keto Chow, salty electrolytes.
Hello.
So there you go. That's the differences between the salty electrolyte drink mix, if you want to be specific, these guys.
Pacific.
And the LMNT.
Is this the holy one? This one has a hole in it.
Oh, is it the chocolate with a tiny little cat?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Mike got back around last night at about 6 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Janice is walking with my walker.
Janice, I'm so proud of you. Good job.
Oh, and Lori also points out that it also dissolves better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it dissolves really well.
These guys, well, the chocolate has a little harder time dissolving because of the cocoa powder. But most of the flavors of the salty drink mix, you pour them in, you give it one shake, and it's completely gone. It's really quite remarkable. Mary is on the way to physical therapy.
Oh,
Going to listen on the way.
Well, you have
Listen all the way.
Thank you for listening.
Nice. Gary points out that when he reached out to LMNT, the customer service team got back to him and answered the question the same day. They were
that's awesome.
fast and nice.
Yeah, well, I think they're great.
Nancy wants to know, why do you still buy LMNT if you have yours? We actually haven't.
We haven't because I still have some.
We have some, but we haven't, since we started prototyping this, we haven't bought any. Other than
But that doesn't mean
research.
that I won't buy it.
And if we have it, we'll use it. If we run out of salty and all we have is Relight or LMNT, we still think their product is good.
Yeah, we love them.
We just figured we could do it better. So
and different.
And different. For me, actually, the big push was the flavoring.
You just wanted it to be.
I wanted less because they put a lot of sweetener, a lot of citric acid, so it has a very strong sour taste. And then quite a bit of flavoring so that you will dilute it with more water. And a lot of people, they think that LMNT with the same amount of water compared to the salty drink mix, they think that the LMNT is saltier. It's actually less minerals, less electrolytes in the LMNT compared to the salty, but it's just that it's especially the citric acid that makes it seem like it's saltier. So anyway, Wanda says, good morning. Please bring us more of the potato keto chow. I need it in my life. It sold out last week or a week ago, week and a half ago.
Sometimes dates blend together.
Yep. Dennis says, this AG Psy guy says, when temperatures are above 55 degrees, it means springish.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dennis wants us to bring back the spring flavor sooner than later.
I haven't been wearing a coat to work very often.
I've got my
jacket. I got a jacket today because it was a little cold.
John says, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. You too.
Let's see. A Roots Tech starts Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work for the company that does Roots Tech, and every year when it came around, Roots Tech is a genealogy conference where talking about doing using technology and other stuff to help find out more about your ancestry. Which it's hilarious when people get the bug that makes them start researching their ancestry and their genealogy and finding out the stories of their ancestors and the things they went through, and it's quite the it's quite the I'm trying to find a nice adequate word for it.
It's a big
it's addicting
project.
Dr. Peter Ballerstedt, whenever he can, comes into Salt Lake just so that he can research more about his ancestors.
Also, we take him out to get beef, so that's good.
Suzanne says, I haven't tried the salty drinks yet, but I love Keto Chow hot and cold. Can Keto Chow be used to make cookies or other desserts, or only as a drink?
That's a great question. We have a whole recipe section, which has been malfunctioning lately.
Oh, okay.
So it's possible that you can't find them.
So what you can do is search for Keto Chow cookies and let Google do its thing. So here's toffee, snickerdoodle, chocolate chip. So yeah, it's just the search is having problems apparently.
Yeah, we need to fix it. It's on the list of things to fix.
Yeah. So, and next time you Google with Bing.
But yes, you can. And it's great. Like, I love those chocolate toffee cookies. I need to not make them so I don't eat them all.
Melissa says, can't stay long on a quick 30-minute lunch. Just wanted to say hi. I love watching your videos.
Thanks for
saying hi.
Janice says,
I still have 2 big boxes of grapefruit LMNT.
I'm jealous.
That's a flavor we don't have is grapefruit.
I love that flavor.
Janice says, yeah, I can only put a half package in a bottle. And that was one of the things that people would say is when they're mixing up LMNT in a regular bottle, they would put half a package.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah,
I just
want
to put the full thing in there.
I actually do a full thing of salty in like my Stanley 40 ounce. But it's like has a lot of ice in it, so then some of that is not. But I like things to be watered down anyway. And I think that the more keto carnivore you are, like the less processed food that you eat, the less like sweet flavors you need, because then things are just sweeter naturally. Like a piece of zucchini, if you don't have any other vegetables or fruits for a while, and then you eat a piece of zucchini, you're like, wow, that has
a piece of carrot, and you're like,
really
whoa,
sweetness to it, and you just don't notice until your taste change. So.
Yep. Donna says it's supposed to be 93 in Central Texas.
Whoa, that's hot.
And Madeline wants to know if there's going to be a grapefruit flavor of salty. We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Well, it's the same thing with the potato and the mushroom. The potato, we're not announcing if or when it'll be coming back until such time as we
bring something back or have a new flavor, we'll let you know.
Yeah. We don't announce stuff ahead of time because we don't want to give you unrealistic expectations.
Yep.
Because somebody actually asked this in the Facebook support group today, is potato coming back and when is potato coming back? And I said, well, so here's the thing. When something comes out, we look and see how it sells. If it sells amazing, a lot of times we'll actually start the process of reordering it right away. We did that with blueberry pie.
Yeah.
And then it will take anywhere from 2 to 9 months for us to actually get it. It just takes a while
because there's always other things in process, and so you just have to wait it out.
So if we are bringing stuff back,
works. You just don't know it because you don't see it from the backside.
Yeah. So if we are bringing stuff back, we're not going to tell you we're bringing it back
because we don't want to disappoint.
Yep. Because, well, for instance, salty. The salty drink mix. This was more than a year in the making.
Yep.
And we were supposed to have it for Black Friday.
And we didn't.
And we didn't. Instead, we announced it on December 27th, more than a month late.
Yep.
So if we had announced it when we wanted to, people would have been waiting around for a month going, well.
Just kidding.
So, yeah, we don't announce stuff ahead of time. But when we announce stuff, you can order it that day. It's ready to go. Amara says, love the new flavors. Donna says we have a roller coaster weekend weather this week. We do too. We're supposed to get below. We're supposed to have snow.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
snow, and then like 2 days later, it's
the
super
snow
sunny.
will come out
Tomorrow.
Maria says it's supposed to be 68 in central Indiana. Donna says thanks for the great meetup. Oh, and for those of you who didn't see the meetup,
that was so fun.
we had Christy Davis and Dave Feldman. They gave kind of shorter presentations, but there was a lot of good question and answer afterwards.
Awesome.
It was just clicking.
And we had a
no
good
technical
turnout.
issues.
Yeah, high five.
Not a single technical problem.
That's magical.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with myself. I was just like,
I guess I'll just
everything
take
worked.
a nap.
Like, I even got the volume levels right. It was crazy.
So crazy.
Nanny Pat says, I adore a sprinkle of caramel vibe salty on top of a cup of coffee.
Yes.
That works really well. Visual Keto is going to make some orange cream shakes and some leftover root beer because it's supposed to be 62 degrees. Janice says it's 62 in Delaware this week. Suzanne says, I tried salty at the meetup. Tracy liked the flavor of salty better than LMNT, but I like the better flavor of LMNT better.
Hey, that's all. It's all
at
good.
Least in the berry flavor.
Right.
Once my LMNT stash is almost out, I will order salty.
Awesome. I didn't even get to talk to you for more than 2 seconds. I'm sorry.
Mike says, yes, Google always finds stuff on the Keto Chow website easier than looking for it any other way.
Yeah, it's sad.
Okay, Rita wants to know, what is the shelf life of your products?
What is the shelf life? 5 years.
5 years.
Have we had this tested?
It's also a 5-year shelf life.
This is also a 5-year shelf life.
Technically, we could have probably put just about any shelf life we wanted on these guys because it's just electrolytes and some flavor. Mm-hmm. Like, there's not protein or vitamins that's going to go bad in these. Mm-hmm. It's just, how long is it going to taste good?
That's magical.
It is magical. Dave Feldman, on our way to the airport when I was taking him home, very early Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was early.
I went to pick him up at 4 a.m. He asked me about the shelf life, and he's like, you guys actually should probably market this stuff to the prepper community. Because a 5-year shelf life, and all you need is, like, if we're talking about the Keto Chow meal replacement shake, all you need is a bag of Keto Chow, a bottle of avocado oil, and water. And it would last a person. Each bag of Keto Chow and each bottle of avocado oil would last a person a week. So you've got 5 people in your family, 5 bottles of oil, 5 bags of powder, a 55-gallon drum of water, or just your hot water tank, and boom, you've got food. Interesting stuff. But yeah, if you have older packages of Keto Chow that have a best by date of before 2027. That was before we had it tested for 5 years and certified for 5 years. So if it says earlier than 2027, you can confidently add 3 years.
2027?
3 years.
You said 2027?
Yeah. If your best by date is on the package of Keto Chow is before 2027, then you can add 3 years to what it says.
So then
it would bring it up to 2027. Because the ones that we made before then said like 2025
that was
or 2024.
Confusing to me. And what happens when I don't listen?
Jen says, my knee is full of plates and screws, and today is my first day to walk with a walker. Wow.
Good job, honey.
Mike says, I like a cocoa and caramel salty full strength, but the citrus one I have to mix half strength. Yeah, the fruit ones I like a little weaker. By the way,
like them all watered down.
Mix the orange and the chocolate together.
Yeah, I still haven't done that yet.
Let's see, Dennis says, I'm saluting my Coco Locos, 25% faux bulletproof coffee and 75% cold in my version of a Stanley Cup.
Nice.
Deborah says it's 70 in Chicago, snow on the way, and then mid-50s. I'll take it any day, right?
Yes. Wow.
Wanda says, I love Keto Chow, but need more savory. I have to water down most of the flavors because I find them too sweet. Love core products, savory flavors, way to go. Now with the savory flavors, Now, I have publicly stated I'm never working on another savory flavor, but Steve from Serious Keto wanted to do the potato and the mushroom, baked potato and the mushroom, cream of mushroom soup, to be specific. And the reason why I'm not making any more savory flavors is because we have the beef soup base.
Yep.
The beef soup base is literally the taco soup, the tomato soup, and the core without flavoring. So the chocolate core, if you take out all the flavor and the sweetener, that's the beef soup base. And using that, you can make all sorts of different flavors. You can make clam chowder, you can make all sorts of stuff. But anyway, there you go. Hey, Jared's here.
Hey.
Long time no see, buddy.
How are you?
Rackle Geek says, definitely looking for the potato to return. Almost time to reorder my favorite savory chicken.
Yeah, I love chicken too.
So Lindsay was saying that her trampoline was breaking that she'd had for years.
Sorry.
But there's a trampoline at her mom's house, I think it was, that is like 30 years old. It's one of the old original trampolines.
You mean like a rebounder trampoline?
Yeah. Like,
you say trampoline,
sorry.
I hear backyard trampoline. I missed that conversation the other day.
And I'm like, just go get it from her house. And she's like, she lives in Texas. I'm like, you've got a pilot? Tell him to go get it.
She's like, it doesn't bend. It won't break apart.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Mine doesn't fold in half. It does have the removable
which we
legs.
need to package up the bar.
Yeah.
We need to make a box because the box that they had it in has been thrown away.
I got rid of it.
Rackle Geeks is definitely looking forward for the potato to return. Almost time to reorder my favorite savory chicken. I think I might have read that. Mike says, I am the prepper community. That's why I've purchased more than I can drink in a short amount of time.
Right.
Sherry says, chocolate and salted caramel. So we've got the Coco Loco salty, Coco Loco, and we've got the caramel vibes salty, and those are really great. Suzanne says, why can I only order the pumpkin spice caramel in bulk? I want to try it before I order a lot.
Are we out of stock of the singles?
We are out of stock of the singles.
That's why, because we're out of stock.
That
happens sometimes.
Pumpkin spice caramel is a seasonal flavor. It comes back in the fall, and we have it until it sells out.
Yep.
At this particular point in time, the individual packets have sold out. There it is, pumpkin spice caramel.
Sorry.
So all that we have left are the big bags. And that should show on this page once it finally loads. I don't know why.
Wait for it. Wait for it forever.
Wait for it indeed.
The sun will come
there you
out
go.
tomorrow. Nope, still not there.
And then the size picker will show up.
Maybe.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose. Please don't pick your friend. Oh yeah, here you go. Availability. So the single meal sold out. The bulk 21 meal bag is currently still available. Oh, and that's why there's no.
Because that's the only thing
picker.
you can get.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, there's the answer. We're sold out.
I think that it's just still loading because it should show up. But yeah,
regardless.
That's why the bulk.
We don't have any singles. I'm sorry about that.
Risa is here. Better late than never, right? And Jared says we just had some more of Lindsay's funeral potatoes. Delicious as always. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jared, she got a new rebounder the other day. Well,
yay.
good. Now you don't have to fly to Texas.
Yay! I
just to get a trampoline.
Really love mine.
Okay.
And I leave it in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the main floor, and then I walk over it every couple of minutes when I'm going to and from the area, which gives me a step. But then I also have 5 minutes here or there where I'm doing nothing, where I can just sit and jump on it. And I feel like that's great.
Visual Q says if it's an old Nissan trampoline, it will all break down into pieces if it isn't rusty.
Right.
Light Hubs used to work for George Nissan.
Oh, how cool is that?
Janice says I'm making pudding with vanilla core and beef gelatin.
Oh, that sounds good.
Now that's one nice thing. We had Christy Davis here and we got to do an interview with her. We're actually probably going to be posting that in a couple weeks.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Instead of doing a Monday morning live stream. We're trying to work on changing our format for the Monday live streams a bit. But we got to ask her about using the beef gelatin and how that actually, adding a teaspoon of beef gelatin to Keto Chow when you're mixing it up in like a blender will help you if you're having digestive issues. There's something about the amino acids in there that aid with the digestion. So, Jared says that counts, Miriam. Way to go.
Totally counts. And all I want is to move my fluid in my lymph.
Okay.
And all you need to do that is move. So it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 35 minutes. It's still something.
And Amber,
Something is better than
Amber says, I
nothing.
did go to my mom's and take her.
You did.
That's
Amber, I'm
awesome.
so happy.
Well, because we were, Neely and Lindsay were talking about rebounders,
Yeah.
and Dustin was like, I don't know what a rebounder is. I'm like,
It's a baby trampoline.
oh, it's that baby trampoline that your grandma had that
Yeah.
nobody ever used.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
That's what that is.
are those things cool again? I
They've
guess those things are cool again.
rebounded.
Yes. Well, and you know what else rebounded are the vibration plates you stand on.
Yeah.
Those were the cool thing
They
back
were
in the way back when.
Well, and it's so funny because it was the whole, like, with the band around,
yeah.
like that vibration thing, and now I think they're noticing that it's just another way to kind of tweak and optimize your workouts and stuff. And
Now you just got a vibration plate. Why did you get it?
I just got it for my lipedema to try to move the lymph fluid, and it's been sitting by the front door for 2 days, and I'm dying, but I just haven't had time to open it and play with it yet.
It's just sitting there in a giant box.
I know. I keep looking at it saying, I need to open this and play with it, but I also have been, having food, making
Yeah.
food, getting the kids here
Well,
and there.
You should probably try it at
doing
some
the
point so
thing
that you
and
can
everything.
tell people if it works or not.
I know. I wanted to do it last night, but guess what? I was dyeing Max's hair instead.
He wanted pink in
He wanted red.
red, and it was just a little lock in the front.
Yeah, and then he was disappointed with it. I'm like, that's what happens when you get your hair done. You always are disappointed with it because you have a different imagination in your mind of what it's going to look like.
Well, it looked good in my brain.
Right. It's fine.
Mike says Miriam made a dad joke.
True
Jen
that.
says I put 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin in the vanilla core. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, because if you put 1 teaspoon
Yeah,
in,
that's going to be pudding right there.
like 1 teaspoon will just thicken stuff up.
Yeah.
2 teaspoons will usually make it into like a pudding, just regular Keto Chow. A full tablespoon will make it into like Jell-O, and 2 tablespoons?
Yeah.
Whoa, there you go.
That's thick.
Blaze
there.
wants to know, which vibration plate did you get?
I got the Rumble X, now I can't remember. Life Pro?
We ordered it while we were having dinner at on a date at Texas Roadhouse.
I'll look it up.
And we were trying to figure out how to order it without getting the free that they were charging you for little
Why didn't it
ball
come
with Life Pro.
Yeah.
Shauna says, finally made it. What a morning. Kat says, I love my vibration plate for my lipedema.
I am so excited. And I really wanted to get it that day because my legs were hurting. And so I kept thinking
yes.
about it. And I'm like, the reason why I keep thinking about this is because my legs hurt right now.
Right about now.
Because I...
Soul brother, check it out.
I guess I could just look at my orders. That's why. I'm just doing everything the hard way today.
Okay.
Trying to get it. There we go.
Just as well, you didn't order it through Amazon. You ordered it directly on their website.
It's the Rumble X version.
It's like the 4D Pro or something like that.
Yeah, they only have 2 styles that are like that, and one was sold out. And I think it's blue.
And it was very expensive.
I didn't want to get the blue one, but they didn't have a pink one,
And the black one was sold out.
and the black one was sold out.
Yep.
And the white one would have been fine, except it would have got dirty, and I would have been annoyed. So
And
maybe
they
you can
look
just,
like the Wii balance board from back in the day.
except really big.
really big.
It's really big. But I'm gonna have Max do push-ups on it. I'm so excited.
Why would he do push-ups on it while it's vibrating?
Because he can.
Okay. Sharon says, I have a rebounder that's been in storage since we moved, so I pulled it out this weekend.
Get it out. Yes, I'm so
Nice.
happy.
Okay. Well, I think we're about done. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? I did interrupt you earlier. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
I didn't have anything important to say.
I made Keto Chow this morning.
Good job.
We were
High five.
out. We ran out on Saturday
I need to
and
make creamies.
yesterday morning. There was none. Actually, there
Also,
might have
we're
been some
out of
cream.
butter.
We had one
Box of butter.
box of butter. What
the
the heck?
4 sticks.
I am going to Sam's Club today
Okay, I'm going to put everything on the list.
because
Also, can you make pork chops for dinner?
I can do that. Because
That would be
if we have 1 pound of butter, I can make 8 Keto Chows if I'm doing half a stick of butter in each one, which was enough to. I just did 2 batches of 3, and I was like, "That's good enough. I'm going to work." And Kate was like, "Are you making Keto Chow?"
Because I want some.
Can I take some of it? Yes, that's why I'm making it.
Yes, you can.
So. Let's see. Patty says the vibration plate helps with my circulation.
Yes, and the thing is, so I have the leg pump that it's super awesome, but you have to lay there for like an hour.
It's this funny, these inflatable pants.
That's what they look like.
And you sit there and then we watch
a movie.
reviews of travel trailers and stuff.
But can I just tell you, this time when I did it, when did I do it?
It was Saturday night.
Saturday night? Oh, after the meetup. I did not have enough electrolytes on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Because I was sitting in the, what is it called? Pants?
The
balloon pants?
Inflatable pants.
I was sitting in the leg pump, and I got like 3 foot cramps.
Oh.
And you can't, because it's like, it forces your foot to stay still and your leg to stay still, because it just goes, it fills up with air and then it goes down and it goes up and down and up and down. And I could not move my foot. And I'm like, I couldn't get the cramp to go away. So I was like, dang it. So I got to be careful. I got to get that electrolytes.
Well, Kim says my vibration plate is really helping with my restless leg syndrome.
That's what I
Put it
wanna
under your
do.
desk and have it shake your legs while you're working on your computer. Well,
Right.
there you go.
Right.
And Kat got hers at the Amazon warehouse, half price.
Ooh.
Like says sometimes the band Fish has 2 guitarists bouncing on trampolines while playing guitar, and the whole audience
That's
bounces too.
so fun.
That's hilarious.
That is so fun.
Shauna wants to know if I could pick up some red Argentine shrimp at Sam's Club.
Okay.
I mean, I can. I wouldn't be able to get it to you very
You'll have to
easy.
come over.
Yeah. And Madeline says my chiropractor has me use a vibration plate for my herniated discs.
Isn't that so interesting?
Wow.
Because you'd think that you would want to not do that. But I actually talked to my chiropractor when I was in there last. I go once a month. And he showed me he has 2 different vibration plates. And so we got to play with those because I was asking him about it. And I was trying to figure out like what I needed, but there's no studies with lipedema and vibration plates. But Karen,
no published.
Yeah, Karen Herp said if you get it from 10 to 30 hertz, then that would be good. And that was like
Cycles per second, not pain.
pretty much all the information I could find for lipedema specifically. But then my neighbor, who actually works for us, Kay downstairs in customer service, I went over to her house and tried her vibration plate. And we did it on like a couple different levels, and it was amazing how the different levels did different
things.
muscles and moved different parts of me. So I'm like, I understand now. So I wanted to get the oscillating and then the certain amount of hertz. And so we were reading and finding out that this more expensive one that didn't have the big bar.
It didn't have handles and a display right up
Because
close.
I think it'd be cool to have the big bar, except I want to carry it up and down the stairs. I mean, I don't want to carry it up and down the stairs. I just want to be able to have it upstairs or downstairs.
Okay.
Or upstairs, because that's my room.
Upstairs?
So I'll probably actually carry it from my room to the main floor from my room. And it's not light. I dragged the box in. It's going to take me some work to carry
Look
it
what
up
the
and down
cat
the
dragged
stairs.
in. Mike says the pumpkin sausage soup at the meetup was delicious. Yes, it was. And we had, normally at the meetups we do some kind of meat.
Yep.
But we had done pulled pork and hamburger patties and brats for like the last 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
And we wanted to do something different. So we did the pumpkin sausage soup. So it's more than a barbecue. We sometimes have keto-friendly, delicious stews that are chock full of meat. So.
Totally modally.
All right. Well, time to get off?
Yep-o.
You guys all have a fantastic day. We're going to be seeing you again tomorrow when we do our longer live stream on Tuesday evening. Which is at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Which has 48% of the U.S. population.
Yes.
We looked it up again. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.